And this one is a really interesting one because in this game, each player is going to be starting with the same identical player board we're going to be assigning cards to throughout the game in order to augment the power of the various actions that the different locations on the board provide. There's 3 different cards that players can gain. There are the unit cards, which have a strength and a health, as well as a special ability. And then there are one-time use effect cards, which just grant you a special ability for that round. And then there are permanent effect cards which do get placed onto your own personal player board, and the effect it grants will remain in play until your opponent's able to destroy that card. And with that in mind, it might be important to know that any cards that you do play onto your own personal player board can be destroyed by the other player. The player boards are broken into 6 different areas that each offer a different effect, and the power of that effect will be increased if you do assign more units there. Playing cards to the battlefield will allow you to issue damage to the cards on your opponent's board. Playing cards to the wall space will allow you to increase the defense of the cards that you play there, so you'll really want to play cards that you don't want to lose into this area in order to keep their special abilities. The market gains you a coin for each card that you play there. The homestead allows you to draw an additional card from your deck for each card that you play there. And then the Sacred Grove is going to allow you to increase your knowledge for each card that you play there. Finally, there is the graveyard, and any of your units that get killed will get sent to the graveyard, and each of the cards that end up there are actually going to be increasing the strength of your leader card, which is a special card that you started with at the beginning of the game. On your turn, you'll be able to move any of your deployed units to a location that's adjacent to a location that they're already at, and then you're going to be activating each of the areas one by one, gaining the benefit depending on how many units you issued there. Of course, you'll also want to consider each of the card's special abilities because that can slightly change the way that each of these resolve. The game continues like this until one player successfully destroys the other player's commander unit. And once they do that, they win the game. And if you want to check this one out, I do have it linked in the description below.